I was really miserable. I was to the point where I was debating quitting my job and literally moving from DC and going back to Florida. Honestly, the biggest thing I can say for what I've changed in terms of my mindset for 2021 is good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. It is actually the afternoon. It's 1 p.m. So yeah, I don't know why I'm saying morning, but oh, hi, little kitty kitty. Okay, yeah, no, not doing that right now. Anyways, I was thinking today, it's January 9th, I think, so it's been about 1 week in since I've started working towards my 2021 intentions and goals, and I thought it would be fun to just kind of talk about some of the things I learned at the end of 2020 and what I plan on doing for 2021, because if you haven't noticed, I never post, and honestly, the last couple months of 2020 were like they were like super, just honestly, they were terrible. So I was a mess. I was an emotional wreck. I just wasn't feeling it. I had a breakdown on a call with my mentor at work and started crying. It's just wasn't a good few months, you know? It was mainly December, I would say, like the first few weeks of December, but also November. I don't know, November and December were just like really rough. So yeah, I don't know. I was really not feeling life for a while there, and I was really contemplating why I was doing what I was doing, why I was here, why I was paying so much to live in this apartment. A lot of things were going through my head, but I had a lot of realizations the past few weeks, basically the week leading up to 2021, especially when I went home to visit my family in Florida. So yeah, I just wanted to talk through some of those with you guys, but first I need to do a few things. So I'm trying to put my laundry away really quick, and I want to do like a super quick clean of the apartment, because one of my new resolutions for the year, I don't like saying resolution. My goals for 2021 is to do a quick clean of the apartment every weekend, and then once a month on that same day, I'm gonna do like a deeper clean. I was getting really lazy with cleaning every weekend in 2020 at the end of the year, and I know for me, I really need my apartment to be clean, otherwise I start to kind of go crazy. And it's not like it wasn't picked up, because I'm pretty organized and anal about that. Like I kind of need to pick things up before I go to bed for the most part, but it just like I wasn't vacuuming every weekend, and I wasn't always like cleaning out the sink and wiping down the counters, wiping down the bathroom sink and stuff like that. Just like little things, like it only takes like 30 minutes to do like a really quick clean, and yeah, I just was putting that off. So I did a super deep clean right before I left, which I recorded that and I'm planning on posting it at some point, just like a deep clean with me, but I need to just do a quick clean today, thankfully, not a deep one. So I just finished editing and posting a video, and now I'm gonna make a cup of coffee really quick because I am super tired and I need some caffeine, so let's do that. Very real mess over here from my oatmeal cooking this morning. Perfect. I feel like it's like way too white in here. I think I need to just change my shirt. Okay, I think that's better. Maybe I need to set my exposure on auto. All right, guys, well, I folded my laundry. You can kind of see, but I didn't finish it because I'm gonna declutter my closet after this, and there's literally no point in me putting all the clothes away just to then have to like take stuff out. So I don't know. I figured I'd just wait and do that after. So there's big piles of clothes behind me, but you know, that's honestly the biggest thing I can say for what I've changed in terms of my mindset for 2021 is to stop having everything so perfect. I am such a perfectionist, and I don't want to change that and like try to push that down, because that is just who I am as a person. But at the same time, I can't keep expecting specific things from myself, and then when they don't happen, being disappointed, if that makes any sense. Okay, sorry, I realized I never finished my coffee, but yeah, so that's the biggest thing I realized. So there's gonna be a mess behind us, and it's fine. So the first thing I think I wanna get into is kind of what sparked my mindset change. Like I said before, I was really, really miserable for November and December. I was to the point where I was debating quitting my job and literally moving from DC and going back to Florida. And I can't tell you why I really felt like this, because I don't even know myself. I just was so over just everything. I was over everything, and there's a lot of reasons behind all of that, especially the fact that my husband, he works a lot of overnight shifts at the hospital here. His sleep schedule and my sleep schedule were complete opposites, and it was really exhausting to basically live in a 600 square foot apartment with someone who sleeps every time you're awake and then is awake every time you're asleep. I don't know why I'm like tearing up right now. That's so dramatic. Anyways, oh man, I think I'm just thinking back to how miserable I was, and it's just crazy. I was so miserable. I could barely sit at my desk for 4 hours and work without like wanting to scream or start crying. Anyways, yeah, I was to this point. I talked to my husband, Oliver, about it, and I talked to my mom about it. I want to say too that I started birth control back in August, so I thought it could potentially have something to do with that, because I was having a lot of like anger mood swings, which I'm not a like lash out angry type of person at all. Like I'm much more of a like cry when I'm mad, so it was really weird that I was having those. So like I know that that was part of it. Like my hormones definitely were like not doing well, you know, but at the same time it was too much, you know. I had a few plans in place. Like I was gonna go home back to Florida, see how I felt once I got there. I talked to my leasing office about getting out of my lease, and they had told me that you have to pay basically 2 months of rent to break your lease, and they just take that money. So for me, that would have been $4,500 that I would have just had to give them for me to be able to move out. Basically, my mom and my husband were like, just come home for Christmas, see how you feel when you're here, and then reevaluate. I was like in such a bad place where I was like, I want to pack all of my stuff, cancel my flight, and just drive home and go back to Florida. Like that's where I was. So anyways, I decided that number one, I wanted to go back home, see how I felt just having like a break and like getting just kind of away from everything for a little bit. Also, I wanted to potentially go off my birth control and see if that affected anything. I have not gone off my birth control yet, and I'm feeling a bunch better already, and I'm still debating if I'm gonna go off of it or not. I might wait for now anyways, but point is, nothing to do with my hormones yet. I just realized a lot of things when I went home. Let me just get into that. The first thing I realized is I left Florida for a reason. There's a lot of stress that came from being there again, and just a lot of things that have happened in my family life. I love my family to death, and I want more than anything to live much closer to them, but there is a lot of stuff there that stresses me out being around. And on top of that, just Florida as a location is not for me. I don't know if I've said this before in any of my other vlogs, but I could not stand Florida. Like I hate it. My husband loves it, so that's a whole other conversation. Basically, I went back to Florida. I realized that I had gained 20 pounds in the past 4 months, which could have been because of my birth control, of course, but still, I realized that. I realized I'd been eating so unhealthy and so bad. I had been basically working for like 10 or 11 hours because I had to take so many breaks to get to my 8 hours of full-on work. I would sit at my computer for like 10 hours a day because I just couldn't focus for a long period of time. Yeah, I'd been working and sitting at my desk for 10 to 11 hours a day, eating at home, and then eating either takeout or my husband would bring me fast food home on his way home from work. I wasn't cooking for us anymore, and I love cooking, so not only am I like, you know, not making food for us, I'm also like not doing something I enjoy. I realized I hadn't been doing anything I enjoyed. I wouldn't leave the house for a week sometimes, and I would like talk about it like it was funny or cool. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, I haven't left my house for 7 days, haha. Like, I haven't been outside in 7 days. And I'm not saying I should be like going out and like doing so many things. All I'm saying is I was not getting any fresh air for 7 days. That's a long time to just sit inside 600 square feet. There's a lot of things that I was basically doing to myself is what I realized. The biggest thing I realized is that I keep saying I realize things. So take a shot every time I say I realize something, because yeah, I realized a lot, okay? I was wallowing in self-pity for literally no reason at all. I have never been that person. I've always been the person who, when something's going on in my life and I'm upset, I have so many reasons in my head why like I shouldn't be upset. And I'm just like, that's ridiculous, Paige, like this and this and that and whatever, and I feel better. And it's not like I'm pushing away my emotions, that's just in general how I am. Like I'm very practical, but at the same time super emotional, which is a very strange combination. So usually when I get emotional, my brain kicks in and is like, Paige, why are you upset about that? It doesn't make any sense. And then I'm like, oh, right. You're right, Paige. Doesn't make any sense. And then I feel fine. So I realized that I had not been doing that. I had not been letting my brain tell my emotions, my feelings, my heart, whatever you want to call it. I had not been letting my brain tell me that I was being ridiculous, basically, and that I was doing this to myself. And I think there's just been so much change in my life for the past 6 months since I moved here, got married, moved to a new apartment, started my new job. All of this stuff happened. I started birth control, which affects a lot of things as well. All these things happened, so I kept just saying like, oh, it's because of the changes, it's because of this, it's because of that. I would blame it on anything I could, except that like, oh, I'm doing this to myself, I'm eating like crap, I'm not sleeping well, I am wallowing in self-pity, I am doing all these other things that I was doing, but instead I would just blame it on all external factors. That's enough of the background. The biggest things that I decided, so after all that background that's probably unnecessary, I'm gonna tell you what I decided for 2021, the thing I want to focus on. For my word for the year, I picked the word control because, as you can hear from all of the things I just said, I had zero control of my health, zero control of my emotions, and just zero control of my like surroundings and situation. Like my husband working overnights, my sleep schedule was completely ruined all the time. I had no way to control any of this. I'm a control freak, so for me that was terrible, and I realized I just needed to regain control of myself and the things I can't control. And I can't control everything, obviously, but I can do my best to get there and control as much as I possibly can, so I feel a little bit more sane. Specifically, I want to get better at controlling my emotions, my health, my space, and my time. I'm trying to focus on systems more this year. I do have 3 goals, but I really recommend if you came up with any goals or resolutions for the new year that you consider focusing on the system and not the outcome. Instead of saying like, oh, I want to lose my 20 pounds back, that's not what I'm saying. The counter to that of how to focus on the system is I changed my goal from lose 20 pounds. My goal is to have daily physical activity. So that's an example of how to focus on the system and not the goal. So I want to build the habit of having daily physical activity instead of trying to reach some specific outcome of losing 20 pounds. So my 3 goals for the year, I have one main goal, which is to become monetized on YouTube. So for me, that gives me better control of my time as well as my surroundings and my space, and also my emotions, because it's a really big creative outlet for me. That is my main goal, and for that, that is technically an outcome, but really the things I'm trying to focus on are the systems behind it. Posting 1 or 2 videos every week and posting quality videos. So I'm trying to do 1 vlog and then 1 more like sit down informational video like this one, and then vlog and back and forth, you know. Then I have 2 mini goals. So 1 being the daily physical activity. Basically, I'm either going to the gym with my husband, or I'm going for a walk, going for a bike ride, or doing a workout video at home. And then my last one is healthy intentional eating. And for that one, what I'm doing is eating overall more whole foods, healthy foods. I'm planning out my meals more, basically trying to get better control of what I'm eating by planning it ahead of time, because otherwise I just eat whatever I can find, and if there's not something simple for me to cook and I didn't have an idea in my head of what I was gonna cook, then I just get takeout or have my husband pick up food for us on his way home from work. So no more fast food, no more making random things, eating ramen every other day. What I've been doing is in the morning, I either have oatmeal or I have eggs, toast, and avocado, something to that effect. Then for lunch, I switch off between this vegetable soup and a salad, and I switch off between those 2 every day. And then for dinner, I do something different every time. And basically I make meals that last for 2 servings for me and 2 servings for my husband. So far, the 2 mini goals have been going great. My main goal, which should be the most important, has kind of been on the back burner. And I think honestly, it's because I had more of the outcome as the goal. And I've realized that I'm trying to restructure the goal so that it's more based on the system. Overall, my intentions for the year are just to calm down and do what I want to do things I enjoy more, get outside, get some fresh air, eat better, just keeping a cleaner space. Also, last thing is I started using a daily planner, and I'm using the Life Map Collective Planner by Michelle B, if you're familiar with her on YouTube. and I'm obsessed with this planner, like actually obsessed, because I got an iPad for Christmas and an Apple Pencil, and I also got the paper like screen protector, but I got like a knockoff on Amazon, which is definitely still great in my opinion, unless you've used the other one and know something else, which feel free to comment below if you disagree, but I think it's great. I love it so much, and things have just been great ever since I started using that and using the daily planner. Yeah, that's helped me so much because I'm a big planner person, but I just didn't really feel any need to plan because I was just working my 9 to 5, you know what I mean? Sorry, I was just watching an altercation on the street between a car and a pedestrian. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you watched through the whole thing, comment down below and let me know, and tell me what your intentions are for the year. I am so curious what other people are doing to get through the year and continue working from home if that's what you're doing, because it's really hard, honestly, and we're all struggling. If you are having a hard time, don't feel like you're alone, because you're not, and a lot of people are really struggling right now. Just remember that you're not alone, and it's okay to be upset and to be emotional, and it's okay to have these feelings, but also just, you know, be aware and try to analyze why you feel this way. And I don't know, maybe you need to have a whole refresh like I did, or maybe it's something else, and you know, it's not as simple as just changing a few things in your life. I hope all of you are doing well right now, and I'm just so grateful for you all, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.